chick? Yeah. What's a chick? What's a chick? Yeah. What's a chick? What's in a chick? Yeah. What's a chick? What's a chick? What's a chick? Yeah. What's a chick? What's a chick? Yeah. What's a chick? What's in a chick? Yeah. What's a chick? What's a chick? Podcast.
Alright, dropping in 3. Yeah, you do. Okay. Oh. What's this album called? This is called The Heart of Saturday Night. And we're here on Saturday afternoon. Here's the lyrics. Tom Waits is probably my favorite lyricist. This guy is so... Are you like a fan of like beatnik poetry at all? Oh yeah. Like he's very much Greenwich Village, like original stuff.
This song's called New Coat of Paint.
So the first thing you hear is his voice, which is, I don't know. It sounds very different from his Well, no. Okay, so basically,
This is his first album?
no, this is his second or third. So Tom Waits' career is like, you can split it into 2 different eras. This is when he was signed to Asylum Records, and this is much more like jazz oriented. And then once his contract expired, he did Swordfish Trombone, which was like what everyone thinks of Tom Waits nowadays, like the real. But what is that like? Is it more like? Is it still jazzy or is it more bluesy? Like it's way more like avant-garde and experimental. Like it's just real. It's still jazzy and stuff, but it's just way more out there. What's up? It's Wax and Chats, episode 4. Tom Waits, Heart of Saturday Night. Jack Scullin, Brandon Hoover, Reese Lutz. Let's get this popcorn. We're here on Saturday afternoon listening to Saturday Night. The Heart of Saturday Night. I'm still just, I don't know, I've seen him, he was, I guess his famous video is where he's doing a talk show, like, interview with, I don't know, it's an old... On the French show that Heath Ledger based the Joker made. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So that's the one that like circulates around the internet, and you hear him talking, he's like... Oh yeah, I mean... Sounds like he has, like, throat cancer or something. Oh yeah.
His voice is awesome on this.
But yeah. That's the thing, is that on that show, he goes on and does a performance and it sounds amazing, but like, you hear him talking, you're like, what's wrong with this guy? That's the thing about Tom Waits. Whenever I'm like, I'm a huge Tom Waits fan, and people will be like, his voice sucks. It's like, this album showcases like how fucking beautiful his voice is. Like, I think it's the next song. There's a song called The Heart of Saturday Night, the title track. So this is him on the keys as well, right? Yeah, he's a keyboard. Now, does he have like a studio band with him? Yeah, he'll have a bunch of studio musicians. Like he also plays guitar, but I think in the studio he'll usually get like just the best guys to like do solos.
So he records piano then?
I think he records. Well, when he performs live, he does all the piano, and I assume he did this piano too. I would assume that too. He's a pretty talented keys player. Now that song was called awesome. What?
New
Coat of Paint. This is one of my favorite songs on him. This is like super beautiful.
This is called San Diego Serenade. So it should showcase his voice.
This is like you're looking over the San Diego skyline, like with your baby in your side seat at makeout point, trying to like just trying to make out with your baby
watching
at makeout
the waves
point.
Crash against the coast.
Oh yeah, this is sensual.
This is really good. That last song was good.
That was a strong, like, beating opener to like.
It broke like.
Dude, his I never heard the melody until I needed the song. Come on, Tom. Tom, don't do that to me. You're gonna send me into an existential crisis here, Tom.
Let me see the lyric sheet.
And another great thing about early Tom Waits is he had this dude who like orchestrated his songs. So his early stuff will have like strings, horn sections, like this.
That's supposed to be him?
Yep. That's actually him.
Is that him?
Yep.
He's young when this came
Yeah.
When did this come out?
73? Should say something like that.
Really? I thought he was.
Let's see. Never felt my
74.
heartstrings till I nearly went insane.
Never saw the East Coast until I moved to the West.
Jeez.
Never saw the moonlight until it shone out of the breast.
So Tom Waits right there was saying he's looking at her titties.
Never saw
Better be looking at him.
But in a very romantic way.
About as romantic as you can put it.
Never
I miss looking at your titties.
never saw the moonlight till it shone off your breast. Like, I've never looked at the sky, I've only been looking at your
I've only seen the moon reflected off your titties.
So this was the original, like, raunchy lyricism, but he hid it amongst, like, poeticism. This is some burnt fucking popcorn.
God, I hate this haircut. The guy did not listen to me at all. Just cut it all off.
You were more,
I was like, I want the length.
you're more self-conscious about that than anyone else is.
Well, I wanted it to be still long. You just like completely misinterpreted. I was like, can you keep it long but like shape it up? And he was like, I was like, basically, can you keep it long, shape it up, make it look good? He fucking cuts it all off.
Where'd you go?
Salon 2000.
I thought your hair looks good, Jack.
I appreciate it. I just wanted the fucking long back.
Well, no,
It looks better
Why
than
do you want
it
the long
did.
back? All you need is the long front.
I guess so.
As
Yeah.
long as you can do that.
Reese is it. I'm not gonna actually.
My hair was a mess.
Yeah, it was.
I
You
need
know
a
it.
haircut so bad. I need a haircut bad.
Your hair looks good. You got that thick hair that just doesn't, like.
Yeah, you'll never go bald hair.
Yeah. Lucky bastard. But that song's got me all hot and bothered now. That was Central. What's up next?
Semi-sweet. But it's like S-E-U-R-T-E sweet. Semi-sweet.
Man,
So everyone else on these tracks are just studio musicians.
I think he just gets killers in the studio.
Who does he sound like? I'm trying to, like. He sounds like a mix between Bob Dylan and Randy Newman.
And a little bit of Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a pinch of Louis Armstrong.
Oh, I love this. Man, you can't beat that milkiness of an upright bass. It's so fucking thick.
You can hear it. You can hear the difference. So what year is it that this album comes out?
74. So this was probably his second or third album. Because his first album was called Closing Time. His second album was either Heart Attack and Vine or this one.
Now, is this his first like commercially successful one, or had he been?
I think he basically like he performed in those like small nightclubs, like those piano bar type places, and he kind of I felt like he had a buzz from the beginning. Like he kind of came out the gate and was just kind of like had that buzz like first year in.
People liked him right off.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but then, just in the context of his work, he's got the first three albums are very similar to this, or the first two, and then this one are all in the same vein of.
Yeah, and then after Asylum, he completely transforms his sound.
And what record company was that? So this is Asylum.
Yeah.
But then is he independent after that? or-
He either started his own record label or was just like signed to a much more experimental one. Like, you know Captain Beefheart?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I've got it as Captain
yeah.
Beefheart.
So like, I know his Swordfish Trombone, like that was like a big influence, just kind of like
On Captain Beefheart.
Swordfish Trombones was like influenced by like Captain Beefheart's style. Like Tom Waits is really famous for basically like he'll just invent new sounds. Like he'll be like, let's make this the snare. You know what I'm saying? Let's just make a table the snare. Let's get like an old hubcap and make that like part of the percussion.
But he starts off interestingly with this as his roots of like
Yeah.
very big band sound, but like with the just the bluesy.
Just like cocktail jazz.
Yeah.
Singer-songwriter.
Did he get like bored with it? Because he's doing.
I think you just have to kind of evolve as an artist, I guess. Like, it's kind of one of those catch-22s where it's like, people expect a band to produce the same sound and album, but then if they do that, then everyone's like, oh, all their shit sound the same. But then if they evolve, then it's like, oh, why are you evolving? It's like, well...
Yeah, it's tough to keep that up, man.
Yeah.
That tussle of like your fans are your fans and they want that same sound, but then you got critics who are like,
This
song's never the same. Is that a harpsichord?
I think it's just a guitar. It sounds like a harpsichord, though.
It's an interestingly sounding guitar. Y'all want some burnt popcorn?
Ooh, that's burnt.
You can probably find a couple good ones.
That could be worse. I've burnt it worse before. What's the title of this one, Jack?
Shiver Me Timbers.
Oh, it's a pirate song.
It's about Johnny Depp. Before
He was just a boy.
He was just a boy.
He was just an infant.
Oh, Johnny, you're gonna be a pirate someday.
Johnny boy, you're gonna be in a movie with Mick Jagger. Keith Richards.
But Tom Waits is he is a good actor. He's been in did you see the new Coen Brothers movie?
The Buster Scruggs?
Yeah. He was the gold miner.
Really?
That was Tom Waits.
Really?
Yeah. He was the one who got shot.
I couldn't get into Buster Scruggs.
I was gonna say
first episode
I watched it, but it was like day 2.
It wasn't great.
I thought the first, like, you know how it's in parts?
Yeah.
The first part I loved, but then it just kind of pittered out after that.
the first one.
I like the first part. But
See, I like the first one. I like the first one. I like the James Franco one. I liked the
I didn't finish it, so this was day 2 after my surgery, and I was like just oxyed out. Just
nodding off.
Yeah, I just nodded out after like probably an hour. But the first part I really liked. But then the second one I remember, well, there's the one with the girl.
Where they have
Is that the
all
third one?
Indians.
Yeah, I was like not as into it. How's it look?
Please call my missus.
I don't know, these last two were kind of boring, Jack.
I don't think it's
You don't
boring.
like this song?
What's he?
First and second one. The first one's my favorite so far.
Well, he comes up.
I want a little more of that.
See, the first one was my least favorite of the first 4 songs.
Really?
I think it depends on what your mood is. Like, this is a quiet, like, if I was trying to dance, like, slow dance with my wife right now, it'd be beautiful.
Ooh, Tommy.
So, Shiver Me Timbers, what's the, like,
It's about exploring and going out to see.
the water's my daughter?
My body's at home, but my heart's in the wind.
This guy is years beyond my comprehension.
That guitar accompaniment is so good in the song.
That harpsichord.
It is some kind of weird harpsichord.
It's definitely some weird, like, if it's a guitar, it's got a weird effect on it.
It's very like tinny.
Or yeah, it could be just like a flamenco guitar with like
Oh
a
yeah, like a classical guitar.
with like the not what's this, like the nylon strings as opposed to like
nylon strings. All right. So this next song's big.
Oh yeah.
So this album came out in '74, and to me, you could technically call this next song the very first rap song of all time.
Really?
Rap is rhythm and poetry,
Diamonds on my windshield?
and this is rhythm
Diamonds
and
on my
poetry.
windshield. What does that even mean?
And in 1974, we don't even have any. We're like 6 years away from any rap.
Is this the volume?
No.
I feel like there's a lot of people that would take a lot of
The
issues
one.
with
All right. No.
saying
Right. Go right. No. Left. It's the third. No. One more. There you go.
Running diamonds on my windshield, tears from heaven. When I'm pulling into town on the interstate, I got a steel train in the rain. And the wind bites my cheek through the wing, and it's these late nights.
It's like spoken word rap
Always makes me
Poetry. Just beatnik poetry.
with that stand-up buttery bass.
Locking upright bass.
rolling restlessly by 20.
Can you tell if that's no?
And a
Never.
Wisconsin hiker with
All
a
stand-up basses are fretless, right?
Yeah, upright basses are fretless.
Said that there's 15 feet of snow and ease, colder than a welder's ass. It's colder than a welder's ass. Oceanside, it is the ride of St. Clement.
Colder than a well digger's ass.
Sunday desperados slip by.
That is a phrase that I have never heard, but that I will use exclusively moving
Always
forward.
driving, the arm filling in the fingers filling to the brim. With slave girls in a hot spur, bucket full of sin.
Pocket full of sand.
Metropolitan area.
Pocket sand.
In a changing connection. Fly-by nights from Riverside, out-of-state plates running a little late. With the sailors jockey for the fast lane, so 101 don't miss it. There's rolling hills and concrete fields and the broken lines on your
He's rattling off lyrics
go east and the 5 go
quicker
Key
than
change right there.
quicker than we can unpack them.
You see your sign, cross the line, signaling with a blink. And the radio's gone off the air. Gives you time to think. And you hear the rumble as you fall for a cigarette. And I'm blazing through this midnight jungle. And with someone that you met one more block. The engine talks, whispers home at last. Whispers home at last. Whispers home at last. Whispers home at last. Whispers home at last.
Is that the thing with the last line of the?
Diamonds on my windshield.
He seems to like repeat that last line a couple times.
I'm
Like,
pulling into town on the interstate. I got me a steel
yo, this is a long one.
train, and the wind bites my cheek from the wind. Late nights, freeway flying, it always makes me sing. It always makes me sing.
And the wind bites my cheek in the wind. Or the wind bites my cheek in the rain or something like that. Look at that song. Ooh, that's some good bass. And this next song is just like, this is the title track on the song, and this is just an amazing like.
That
This is literally just this is just storytelling songwriting 101, where it's just like this tale of a guy just
So
like
this is
trying to find happiness on a Saturday night.
this is the title track.
Yep.
You gassed her up. I want to like go over these
just read
lyrics.
the
There's
lyrics.
a lot there. Is he driving in the rain? Diamonds on my windshield. He's talking about fumbling for a cigarette, blazing through this midnight jungle. My God, it's like the most beatnik shit I've ever heard. So it's got a little like more country twang to it.
Looking for the heart of Saturday night. Get paid on Friday. Pockets are jingling.
It almost sounds like a horse trotting.
Yeah. That little like pitter patter.
Losing with sex. Looking for the heart of Saturday night.
You're cruising with a 6?
I think that's a gun.
On your head.
Is he on them 6s?
Is he in one of them sixes?
He's cruising on them 4?
All the other day in the week, you know that this will be the Saturday
was his like? So he's still alive. Is he in good shape? I mean, you say he was in this Coen Brothers movie, but I didn't.
I mean, no, he could die at any moment. Don't get me wrong. Just probably a three pack of cigarettes a day for like 40 years.
But he wasn't like a drug addict or anything that we know
I
of.
think he was. He's a boozer, cigarette. I think
He could have done some heroin.
he's got that Keith Richards blood. I think that's what it is.
That Ozzy Osbourne blood.
Yeah, that Ozzy Osbourne, that Lemmy blood, even though he died recently, but goddamn did he last a long time. all things considered. Jesus.
The hard and fast life of.
I mean, when you read Lemmy Kilmister stories, you're like, what the fuck? It's like, I accidentally took 90 hits of mescaline. It's like,
Yeah, I
what
guess
the
it's those guys who just like kind of. So I feel like it's the people who start to like question like, should I be doing this to my body, or the ones who like start to like.
And then their mind
And then
gets weak.
Right, yeah. But then the guys who are just like, no, I'm committing to this.
Yeah.
I'm just going hard my whole life.
Then they make it.
Yeah.
There is very much something to like.
It's kind of like that. If I just keep drinking, I'll never be hungover.
Yeah. Like the whole
just do it.
hypochondriac thing, where it's like people who worry about getting sick usually just get sick.
What are you guys in? Is there any news in the pump world?
The pump world's pretty stable. Pretty stable market. Things are going. Well, I mean, because of there's ups in that manufacturing's coming back to the country, so that's a good thing for us.
So
So there's more when there's more manufacturing coming back to domestic soil, then that means there's more pumps to be sold. So that's good. But there's also
wouldn't a higher. But so you don't have to ship them over here; they're just here already.
Most of the stuff that we represent is like locally sourced. Like it's like American-made pumps.
Right.
So, but that's the next part is that there's what
AMPs.
Yeah, AMPs.
One of the clients I was doing checking social media calendars for this week, they sell. It's called American Valve, so they sell like ball valves,
Yeah.
water heater,
Check valves, all that kind of stuff.
yeah, all that kind of stuff.
So the pump industry is thriving in America.
I wouldn't say thriving, but it's definitely on the up and up. The pump, it's just a very even keeled, like even in the middle of like a huge depression, people still.
It's defensive.
Right, exactly. It's gonna be viable in any market. Like, I mean, it's not gonna soar when there's a huge surge in the market.
And these things mostly
It's
pump.
very
They
safe.
just pump water.
I mean, we can get into
What you
it.
need
It's-
pumped.
Yeah.
What else can be pumped?
I mean,
Gas.
gas, jet fuel,
fuel.
water, like corn syrup for like soda production.
So like gasoline pumps.
Gasoline. Well, I
You
mean,
sell
I don't
those?
know. I don't go to like Quick Trip and deal with
Right.
that. Like that's
Right.
that's like a whole different thing. I mainly deal with.
Similar design though. It's just a pump. Pump's a pump is a pump.
I don't honestly know what kind of pump is going to be operating at a gas pump. That's probably some like hydraulic shit that I don't deal with. I deal mainly with centrifugal pumps and air operated diaphragm pumps, gear pumps, blowers, vacuums,
Vacuums.
that kind of stuff. And it's mainly like chemical production facilities. So like people that are making chemicals for someone else is kind of the basis of
Okay.
it. But
And so they got to pump all the different chemicals into a.
yeah, but I mean, there's also crazy stuff like, all right, Arden's Garden, like
They need pumps?
Yeah, we've got their pumps
What do they need?
For their.
because they have to move product into packaging. So like they're making their juices.
the
Oh, so
industrial,
you pump
yeah.
the juices and
Yeah.
So they do the thing where it's like pump the shit and then go to the next one, pump.
And then breweries like move.
breweries need pumps.
Yeah, but then you got to be careful though because if
Anytime you're moving liquid around.
Yes, exactly. So like but you got to be careful because if like with something like beer or like juice, like it's very what's the word? Shear sensitive in that you can't just like throw a pump with an impeller on it and it'll tear it apart. It'll like basically cause it to like foam up.
Right,
Or,
exactly.
or it'll fuck up
So you gotta
the
be
juice
gentle.
consistency.
Yeah,
so you have to
gentle
be,
pumps.
So there's gentle pumps, but then there's pumps that like pump 4,000 gallons a minute GPM, which are like, for like moving water around the city. So it's like anything.
Well, yeah.
You just got to know what you're talking about.
So right. You got to make sure you got the right pump for the right situation.
All right, let me ask you a question.
It's interesting.
All right.
I like it.
Honestly, that is awesome.
If you live in an apartment that's old, like let's say it was built in the 40s,
Okay.
and you drink water out of that faucet,
That's bad. That's
like let's say that old of the pumps and pipes, are those kind of similar shit?
I mean, I don't use pipes
Do
much, but
pumps have to pump the water through the pipes?
Well, yeah, a pump is attached to a pipe, right? A pump.
I mean, you've got your. That's the device that is basically giving
Pumping
kinetic energy to the water to push it up through the pipe to your house.
Okay.
And so
So you got to have the pipes if you're gonna have the pumps.
It's just.
Do you also
you're not
sell the
gonna have to
pipes?
just spray.
Do you only sell the pumps, or you also sell the pipes?
No, we don't sell pipes.
Okay.
I mean, I've sold people pipes, but it's like we don't. I'm just buying it from someone else and then selling it at a
I'm
markup.
a freelance pipe seller.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah.
Why you got someone who needs pipes?
I got brass pipes. I got.
No, it's always like I don't know, the city water thing. Like some cities do their water very clean and they're like, it's pristine water, like it's basically filtered water, like you can drink it and it's no problem. But then there's cities like what you're talking about where they don't put certain chemical treatments in their waters, and so like you'll get rust build up in certain portions.
Wait, so how would you go? How would you go about cleaning a pipe? Like, let's say you can't just you can't replace all these pipes, but you want to clean them. Would you just basically pump a bunch
pump
of
soap
like
through.
chemical, like
No,
soapy
there's
chemicals?
other things that they do. They're called like pigs, which is like, it's like this.
Pigs?
Yeah, I don't know what the actual term is. Again, this is like outside of my realm.
You
of-
blast a hog.
He's a pump.
Yeah,
he's
you
not a
put
pipe,
the
he's a
actual
pump.
hog in
You put the whole hog,
So, but the pipes that
and
you
that
buy,
heat will steam that hog
and
right
then
up.
when you get it out, you get a nice smoked ham.
so you sell American-made pumps.
They're at least assembled here, but like the foundries that are pouring the castings for these pumps will be.
Are they mostly made of steel?
I mean, yeah, you've got steel, you've got cast iron, you've got aluminum, you've got stainless steel, you've got Hastelloy.
And where do they get all that stuff?
Those are all foundries, either here on American soil or like mainly in China. And so that's the thing is where. When Trump's doing these
Tariffs.
the tariffs, those affect us pretty badly. So basically, we've got a price, but then the tariffs happen, and then all of a sudden we've got to charge 3 to 5% more. And that's because that's what we're paying more for these pumps. We're just a distributor. I'm not making these
For the pumps, for the
Yeah.
stuff to make. But you make the pumps here. Or
No,
just the stuff
wait, I don't make. My company doesn't make.
You make the pumps here, but you have to import materials from.
Right. So basically, these
and that's what's getting
castings, these
taxed.
like so.
So your pumps are more expensive now.
Yes, to the customer then.
So and then how does that tie in with manufacturing being up?
Because they have a higher demand is up.
So it's already more. So the fact that foreign pumps are more expensive now.
Foreign pumps aren't more expensive. It's just
Because
that
of the tariffs, though.
well, supply for any pump is up because of tariffs. So like that's not pumps only. That's everything.
Everything, yeah.
Anything that's being imported is
Right.
up. But the reason that we experience a little bit of growth in the past 2 years is because manufacturing is up, and so these people have more budgets to spend on items that are like important to their process, which honestly is almost all of the manufacturing facilities I go to. The pumps are very important because if they're not operating, then they're not getting cooling. Then their shit's gonna blow up. Or they're not moving if they're actually producing a liquid like a polymer, if they're a soda production or Arden's Garden, like their product is a liquid. They're relying on pumps, and so they can't afford to not have that. So that's a luxury in trying to get them to do things. But
Gotcha.
I didn't realize you guys wanted to talk about pumps during the intermission.
Hey, just,
It's kind of happened. I think I learned a lot.
yeah. This week I ate 3 Italian clubs from Sensational Subs in a row.
Y'all need to go Wildflower.
Where is it?
It's in Alpharetta. Honestly, we should go after this. Not kidding.
I can't do that, but I would like.
We need to go sometime.
Dude,
I'm
that's
telling you, Jack, this sandwich.
what do you get?
I get this. It's called a jalapeno lime chicken,
Holy shit!
and
Is it like marinated, like the chicken?
the chicken is really good. I don't know how he makes it. It's just like chopped up, grilled with spices. I don't know what, but and then there's like this jalapeno lime sauce that he puts on there, and it's just like tomato, lettuce, I guess, and like
They bake the
yeah,
bread
it's like
in half?
mixed greens. So not like lettuce, it's like mixed greens.
Yeah.
And then tomato and jalapenos and chicken, the lime jalapeno sauce and like little jalapenos, and the bread. I'm telling you, this bread
They bake it in house.
is oh yeah. It's the freshest bread. You bite into it, it's like a cloud. It's unbelievable.
Oh man.
What would you compare it to? Sweet Hawaiian roll type
It's
bread,
like
or is it like a rye?
It's,
got more
it's
crunch
more
to
like weedy. Like it's
That's
like a
a
soft wheat.
So you're saying it's real pillowy in the middle, but it's got a nice crust on the outside?
No, it's all soft.
It's all
The whole
soft.
thing's
Ooh.
This sounds like a Hawaiian roll,
Yeah,
But it's
if
not-
it's more weedy
not
than
sweet
that sounds.
tasting.
Yeah.
like a Hawaiian.
No,
roll.
it's not really sweet. It's like a honey wheat. Like it's like you know, like when you get like honey wheat bread.
like Sara Lee honey. Wheat.
yeah, exactly.
It's
kinda
all-
like
it's
that.
all
But
kinda
like
soft.
obviously way better.
That
than
does sound.
Yeah, but just blows that shit out of the water.
And then the cheese is like it's like you know you see those videos where like they scrape the cheese. Like it's like I haven't seen them put the cheese on there, but
It
it seems like they just put a bunch of melted cheese all over it, and then it like dries into normal.
Is this
cheese.
like a one-off like mom and pop shop?
I think so. I heard he has a restaurant in Atlanta, but this is in Alpharetta, and it's just
You're just gonna have to bring
It's
some
just-
into town because there's hardly any time I just drive up to
I'm
Alpharetta.
telling you, it's so worth
I make
it.
it. I make
It'll
that
literally
trip.
be so worth it.
Dude, I want to fucking explore Buford Highway. I want to hit up all those places.
There is a place that
Jack, we should go to Wildflower for lunch today.
What?
We should go to Wildflower after this. I'll drive.
there's a place
I don't
on
know
Buford
if you know
Highway that Lauren is
Maybe.
taking me to. I can't remember the name, but it's like it's this legitimate Chinese spot. Like not like your Americanized Chinese food, but it's like it is the best thing I've ever had. I think, but I don't think they have like an American name. It's
Gotcha.
literally just like letters.
I've been watching a lot of Chinese recipe videos, and that bang bang shrimp was good.
Yeah, how was that?
dude. The Chinese
Where do you get the oil that you fry that stuff in?
dude, it's just vegetable oil.
And you just get a whole bunch of vegetables and fill a whole pan up?
No. This is what you do. This is the trick to frying at home. You get one of those small saucepans like this big, and you just fill it with an inch, and you just do small batches. And what you do, you just cut it
You
in
fry the
small-
bottom half and then.
So it'll be this much oil, but it's like this big of a pan, so you don't really use that much oil.
Like a saucepan though? Like it's got
Yeah,
like,
it
like
has-
so you can actually put it in there and it's not like splashing.
No, it won't splash. It's like, you know, like a pot that you cook
Yeah.
pasta in. It's just like one of those mini ones, like
Hold
a
on.
really small one. And you just fill it with like an inch of oil, and then you just fry it in small batches. And by the time you're finished frying,
Like this?
yeah, but even
smaller?
smaller. I mean, that would work, but you just yeah. But basically, yeah, you just and what you do is if you're running low on oil, you just tilt the pan and just push the shit to the bottom, and the oil will puddle up, and then it'll be good to go. And then by the time you're done cooking, just like 2 paper towels worth that'll soak up
all
the
the oil
oil.
left, yeah.
2 paper towels.
Huh.
Yeah, but today is like I'm gonna try to make kung pao chicken from scratch, and that's why I'm glad I got all that shit because I got
How
this.
you don't fry it? You're not
No, you do fry it. All of that shit, this is what I realized. The Chinese batter is egg whites and cornstarch.
Cornstarch is big, yeah.
Cornstarch is huge for China. That's how Chinese
Get
food,
the-
like Mongolian beef, kung pao chicken,
General Tso's,
General
sesame.
Tso's, yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah, because it's like Mongolian beef will be more cornstarchy, but then like orange chicken will be more egg whitey because it has a thicker batter. It's like a more wet batter as
Mongolian
opposed.
beef doesn't even have breading there.
It does.
No, it does. You put it in cornstarch, and that's what thick. Like you know how Mongolian beef, the sauce is thick. That's what also thickens up Chinese sauces. Is you put cornstarch in it. You
Right,
put
right.
soy sauce,
That's why it's so, yeah.
oyster sauce, then you put cornstarch in it to thicken it up.
Sesame oil.
If it's not,
I got sesame oil
I got
today.
some sesame oil.
I got
sesame oil is.
You ever make like min bin pop? What's that thing? What's that
Bibimbap?
dish called?
Nah, I haven't made that.
Min bin pop.
Bibimbap?
Bin bin pop.
Bim
Yeah.
Bim Pop. I know what you're talking about.
That shit's good.
It's like a bunch of different like.
I usually just do like carrots and mushrooms and like green onions.
Bibimbap. That's like a Korean thing.
Is it?
Mhm.
That shit's good. That's like sesame oil and a little bit of soy sauce, I think.
Yeah.
And like garlic and ginger.
Ginger's
I've been
big.
eating
You
shit
got-
with
you got-
ginger a lot.
Ginger's real good.
We I didn't like realize how easy it is to like use ginger until you have like all the necessary utensils. Like we've got like a ginger grater, and it's like
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
just mince it. I have this little knife that's like this long,
A paring
and
knife?
it's like
Yeah, yeah.
thick, and God, I
I
love.
love
chop
paring
some
knives.
garlic.
I
and
love
some,
paring knives, so you can just like.
Do you guys
roll it.
not like you and Katie probably cook like a lot more now?
Try to.
You try to, but that's so like Lauren and I tried to cook before the wedding, and it was like we had these piece of shit pans and
Oh, yeah, the
everything
nice
was
pans
terrible.
are
We had
awesome.
like one knife that was worth a damn, and
Yeah.
like now that we have all this other shit, we cook all the time, and it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much easier, and like everything comes out.
Oh yeah, that's
quicker and
so
better.
much better. I've actually been like cooking for us like most of the time
It's
Cooking's so.
because like we both work, so I mean like
it's tough, yeah.
so I was just like so she does most of the laundry and I do most of the cooking.
That's a fair trade.
That is a fair trade.
And the cooking, I've been enjoying cooking. a lot.
I
Cooking's
fucking,
so fucking
I
fun.
would much rather cook than fold laundry.
Yeah.
I hate fold.
But she doesn't like cooking, so it works out.
Well, then there you go. You
And
got-
the
She's
thing is,
stressed out, but I have fun with it.
the thing about cooking that like people are like, oh, I have to do a bunch of dishes. It's like you're cooking for 2 people. What? 3 pans, a couple bowls, 2 pots. It's like fucking grow up.
well, some
5
It's
minutes.
annoying, I hate that.
some
It's
recipes
5 minutes of dishes.
Yeah,
Well,
then you splash stuff everywhere.
you get oil on the floor, and
Yeah.
there's some recipes that like you gotta
Cooking, I
use-
make a mess when I cook, dude. Jeez, man. When I'm done cooking, like, and especially like the better the meal is, the
the
worse.
more shit there is to cook.
But dude, here's another thing. When you cook, there's so much downtime in between certain things that you have time to wash as you go.
no, that's time to like sip a beer and like I'm
I'm
when I'm
talking
cooking,
about,
I'm not cleaning shit up,
bro. Like when
I
it's
should be, but I'm not.
when it's stuff
It's
like
nice to throw the record on. And
Yeah,
start cooking.
Exactly.
That's
That's
so
I get into it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm
But,
like,
but
oh
they're
shit, I
like
gotta
with a
check that
lot
sauce.
of stuff, it's like they'll just be like, all right, this just has to go for 15 minutes. Just
Okay.
has to go.
That's fair.
But
That-
then there's always like that goes for 15 minutes, and then you got to do this other thing.
unless you're like
There always is like a 5 or 10.
There's no matter what, you're very few dishes like you don't have some kind of downtime, and sometimes you don't have any downtime and you do have to do it all at the end. But I'm just
a
saying,
lot of fish recipes.
No, you've always got some time. You can always fit it in.
Yeah.
There's or like we did this thing where we had to make a sauce, so the whole food processor had to be cleaned, and then it was all the cutting boards and knives that were used for that. And then the pots and pans. There was 2 different pans. One was for the sauce to
Why does
cook.
that always happen?
Sticks to the
Water.
thing.
Isn't that so annoying?
Condensation.
Fucking condensation, dude.
wait, what sauce? were you making?
Condensation.
We were making. Well, this was for the whole meal. This wasn't just for one dish. This was
Yeah.
like we made a salad dressing, which was like really low calorie but high flavor. It was actually amazing. It had 0 fat or zero sweetening, 0 fat.
Wait, how'd you?
yogurt.
So you just emulsified the oil and vinegar in the blender?
No, there is no oil or vinegar.
Is this an IPA?
Yeah.
You
Wait, you had a salad dressing with no
Oh, yeah,
oil
this
or
is IPA.
what salad dressing has no oil or vinegar?
The one that we made.
What's in it?
You cut up jalapenos. You cut up
What did you make?
a salad dressing.
With no oil or vinegar.
Well, there might have been like a tablespoon of oil.
Yeah, you don't. I mean,
Like a,
So wait, so it's jalapenos.
jalapenos. The main thing is Greek yogurt.
It's got yogurt.
Yeah. So it's a non-sweetened 0 fat Greek yogurt. Like it's like very.
Yeah.
you remember that?
That's just the base. Then you got that lime, cilantro, a lot of
Oh, the
cilantro,
lime's got some juice in
onion.
it, yeah.
You put that in the food processor and let it run for a while. And
Did you put that
eventually-
on greens? Just like
Yeah,
yogurt?
dude, it was amazing.
Really?
Oh, and then so what we did is we put we got steak and I cooked it in the cast iron skillet and then cut it really thin and put that on the salad with this green,
that sounds good.
like spicy, like thicker kind of dressing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds good.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, it was good. Except for I put way too many jalapenos in it, so it's spicy as fuck. And so then when you
Where do you get
shit
this?
that out the next morning,
Where can you get those little chili peppers? I can't find them at Publix.
Dude, you can't find chili peppers anywhere.
Those things are so clutch. Those things
No,
are
dude,
so good.
you can find habaneros.
Dude, no, here's
Right, you can find habaneros,
Dude.
but I'm talking about the little tight, skinny little chili
like
peppers.
for compound. Like you need those little chili.
the dried ones. No,
Ooh, those are
you
so
can find
good.
you can find
And you-
all the dried peppers you need at El Progreso. That's what I realized. That's where. But here's what you do.
Or at
This
Super
because-
H Mart.
Because this is what I realized. Like I couldn't find those chilies. Sriracha makes ground chilies, so you can just buy a little thing of this, which is just nothing but ground chilies, and you can just use that. And it's only like
You mean
$3.
I like chopping it up fresh ones.
The same company.
I do too, but literally you can't find them. They only like grocery stores
not-
only have Serrano peppers.
They're not a
Kroger and those kind of grocery
Super
stores.
H Mart has the
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Yeah.
or your
Buford
Highway.
Buford
They got
has
every
fucking
pepper you can imagine,
yeah.
dude.
That fish market is so
We need to do that
mind
again.
blowing.
We need to do that again.
Their crab selection looked a little rough today.
Yeah, but dude, their fish selection,
Their shrimp collection
they had fishes this big. I saw this fish. I think it was a grouper, and it must have been 15 pounds.
No,
It
that
was the biggest grouper.
No, that was more than 15 pounds. That fish.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know like fish. That sounded big to me.
Should we pop this next album?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hold on, before pause it. I gotta pee and then drop it.
I thought the first time was
All right,
boring.
tell me how the drawing is. Is that good?
I really like the first song.
That's good. Is that red dot going
Huh?
on the camera? We got a red dot.
Yeah.
Cool.
You ready? All right, side 2. Tom Waits. It's a Saturday.
What do you make of the first half?
I liked it. I think it came out with a hot banger, and then it got a
I
little
thought the
sensual.
first song was a banger, and the second song, I could feel it, and then it just was kind of boring after that.
I think that your this is the
The
first.
bass lines were sick throughout the whole thing. I did enjoy the bass
They were
lines.
buttery. They were emulsified butter, for sure. Straight up. But I think that your comment about that one song being the first rap song was a little.
It's push.
It's pushing the envelope.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying, what is rap?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Rhythm and poetry.
Okay. Well, you're not technically wrong.
That's what I'm saying. From a technical standpoint,
I can't argue.
But I think to say the first rap song came
Ooh.
out, the first person to put poetry to a rhythm,
That
you
is
think was
some sultry clarinet right there.
Oh, I like it. I like that. Am I the one person this is happening to?
Yeah.
must be the design of that glass.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump it up a little bit.
What is this? What is this song? What's it called?
This song is called "Fumbling with the Blues."
Fumbling with the Blues.
So he's drunk.
I was trying to make a football joke, like who's a big fumbler? Calvin Benjamin.
A big fumbler? No.
But who's known for their fumbles?
I know Kareem Hunt fumbled his first ball.
But then he went out and balled out the rest of that first game. It was
Yeah.
historic. Yeah, this is burnt as fuck.
You know,
There's a song off of the My Chemical Romance, the Black Parade, that sounds a lot like this.
You know My Chemical Romance completely ripped the intro song off the Black Parade, off the first song of David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust. 5 years.
Really?
The Black
Come on, and it's John and his friend.
Is it a ripoff or like an
Yeah, that song.
or like a allusion to? Does he like credit it?
No, it's just.
That's
I mean, if you listen to him side by side. But I mean, I don't know how I feel about like music plagiarism because it's such like a fucking. It's like, all right. First off, who's gonna decide whether it's plagiarism? Just regular people. Just like if you're gonna have that discussion, then you should only bring in experts of some degree. And then also, it's like, what is plagiarism? Because like the blues. Is the blues plagiarism? Because like every blues song follows a formula that could be considered plagiarism. All the Marvin Gaye ones piss me off. Blurred Lines, that's two different songs. Fucking the Ed Sheeran Marvin Gaye one.
what are you saying? Where people are getting
Where they're saying it's plagiarism. The Sam Smith Tom Petty one, I don't buy that one.
dude,
either.
I buy that one. Are you kidding me?
They're
It is
they're very similar,
No,
but they're
it's-
two completely different songs.
Okay, yeah, but it's the chorus is the exact same in that it like it has the same like up and down progression.
They're not the
that
same.
one I do buy into.
No.
You're wrong.
Because
That one is
No.
okay. Now you're gonna make me pause Tom Waits.
we'll talk through it. Okay, so the Tom Petty one is won't back down. All right, so no. Listen.
With me.
Yes,
It's the same. The same chorus.
But that's
It's the
just
same-
that's just going from a major third to the root. I mean, that's like every single song does da da da. Like it's similar phrase, but they're like his is like a choir.
It's da da da. It's three
Stay
steps
with
in the same quarter note, eighth note progression.
I think we need to get back on topic, guys.
I'll fight you. That is one that I do subscribe to.
but here I will
Well,
say
but
I
it's-
will say about that one. I didn't notice that. I was listening to that Sam Smith song for a while, and the first time I showed my brother that song, he's like,
Oh.
"That's Tom Petty
It's just
song."
Tom Petty. I will say it's just the chorus though. The rest of the song is not. You're right, like you said. They're polar opposites, and it's only if they're not the right time signature, like or the right time signature, but the BPM is different. Like one's slower. The same song
Yeah.
is slower. So I will agree there, but I think that the chorus is a straight.
Those songs are the same.
I think the chorus is a rip-off.
They're similar.
And it would all Sam would have had to done is because rap songs you sample other songs all the time and they just give credit. You just say, hey, I was influenced by
But I don't think I do not think whoever wrote that song was listening to that Tom Petty song and was like, I'm copying this. I think he just wrote a song and just someone was like, hey, that kind of sounds, and they don't even match up that hard. Like
Yeah, well, it's not even. It's in a
'Cause-
different place in like the.
If you line up the choruses, they line
What's
up
the word? Connotation?
connotation.
This is obviously not the right word. but
Syncopation?
syncopation.
It
Yeah.
doesn't match up.
It does. The chorus. It does.
It's later in the beat. It's like
It-
later in the.
In the chorus,
bar.
it literally lines up.
I don't think it does line
I-
up. It's mismatched
I
a little
will
bit. It
fight
doesn't even
this.
line up.
The thing is, though, Tom Petty didn't pursue it. It's his record company who was like, "You plagiarized." Tom was said, "I don't give a fuck." Like, because he's like you're saying, he said, people. I think that Sam Smith, whether it was conscious or not, was influenced by that song when his song came out. Now, should he gain compensation for that or not? No, I don't think so. Because that's what you're saying, where music is this constantly evolving and you're constantly borrowing and everything. Like, I mean,
Well, it's impossible not to get influenced by something.
Yeah.
It's like if you listen to it.
it's like, and like when comics make jokes, like some jokes are just very easily made.
Yeah, you just
whether
go down the same train of thought.
Yeah.
But it's like if you make it your own, it's like, you know.
Where it's like some jokes do this, they have the same inflection, the same delivery, and you're like, that was a stolen joke. But some of it's like, okay, well, they're making the same joke, but it's a different delivery, so it's like, okay. Anyway, I completely
Depot.
missed that whole first song because I just.
That's the second song. We missed two songs. This is Depot. We just missed the second one.
What was the second one?
Let's get
called?
back. This one's called Depot Depot.
Do we need to go back on it?
Fusion's showing.
I swear, he's got this like, it's literally Bob Dylan and.
This song about Home Depot? Was it Depot? Is that what a depot is? Is a depot like a store like that? Is that what a depot is?
I really don't know what a depot is. That would make sense.
I think
Because
like
he said something about
The older-
he's gonna paint myself blue. So obviously he thinks he can buy paint at the depot.
So is a depot just like a hardware / home
Hardware, home.
house renovation?
I think it's just a store, like old.
Because to be honest, I always thought Home Depot, like they just made up.
Well,
that
he's
name.
saying the
I didn't know.
depot.
I didn't know a depot was an actual like.
word.
Yeah, I thought that was just like they just made that up.
So you were with your dad on Saturday morning. And you looked at that sign and you were like, oh, that's just like a
Yeah, just call it. It's just called the Home Depot.
like Lowe's.
Because wouldn't it be the Lowe's Depot? Lowe's Depot.
Which actually has a little bit more of a ring to it than Home
Lowe's Depot.
Welcome to the Lowe's Depot.
Man, Home Depot is a great store to wander around.
Home Depot is a better store than Lowe's. By
Definitely.
far. There's no argument there.
Go in, buy a house plant that'll die. Won't take care of properly.
I bought like 2 bonsai trees from Home Depot and they both.
I don't know what the trick is to keeping a house plant alive, but I don't know it.
Oh, you look at you.
You gotta get the ones that don't need a goddamn thing. They don't need you at all. They just all it is keeping that window open and then watering them like once every 2
They'll
weeks.
hop off of that and they'll just take half empty water bottles and just take some swigs.
Oh god, I'm thirsty.
Self-reliant plant.
Ooh, roll just like a pool ball. It's making me want to go to Smith's.
This guy hung out at a lot of pool halls. There's a lot of pool table.
Metaphors.
This is a great album cover because it really does say it all about like the vibe of this album. Just like the cover of that album.
Let me see it.
The heart of Saturday night. It's just he's just going out, getting cocktails,
Playing pool.
playing pool.
There's a prostitute behind them.
So at the depot,
Is that a prostitute?
It's gotta be.
But he's like uninterested.
Well, he's just trying to drive down the price. He's in negotiation.
He's got his tie a little lackluster around his neck, like I was just working, but now maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna pick up this hooker. I don't know.
so you think he's just finishing up a show and that, smoking a cigarette after his show?
I think that's
Or he's
fine.
out. He's out.
That's probably the vibe. Oh man, now I've never wanted to play pool in a bar so bad as I do right now.
That is true.
That's what that song did to me.
Yeah. So is the depot like a watering hole or is it a?
Maybe.
Now that both of you guys are married, and when you get a house, you gotta. Your wives are gonna take over all of the house, but you gotta own the basement.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have a pool table.
Lauren and I have already discussed that because I've got all these posters and we've got all this like Georgia shit, and she's like, we need a basement so that you can have your music shit and like all the Georgia stuff in one room. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I don't have any of my shit hung up in our apartment.
Where
It's all
is
in the
it?
closet.
Oh, in the closet. We've got all of my like leftover stuff like is at my parents.
I'm about to.
We have one closet in our house. That's just
I got a.
filled.
Lee got this this limited edition Humphreys poster at the
New Year's?
show he just went. Was that New Year's? Yeah, it was New Year's. For like giving a bunch of canned goods, and she's getting it framed for me.
Oh yeah, the
Do you know
Conscious
what-
Alliance poster.
You know what Katie got me for our anniversary present?
What?
The AJC front cover of Atlanta United winning the championship.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your
I
anniversary
need to
was like.
frame it. No, well, it's in like 10 days, but she gave it to me because it came in the mail and I saw it.
Oh.
But it's in like the 24th, so.
1 year of marriage.
1 year of marriage.
How's it feel?
It's good, man.
What is she doing today?
She had like a hair appointment, went to see her mom.
Yeah, how is it that all of us got away from our women?
What is Lauren doing?
She's working. She's getting off at 5.
So like, on these Saturdays when she works, you usually just like sit here and play video games all day?
Jack off. No, honestly, if it's a day like today, like right before this, I rode to Krog and had lunch.
Are you gonna be able to play golf ever, dude?
Yeah. I'll be able to play golf in like probably like 2 months, 3 months.
Because we need to do that, man.
You're gonna need to coach me. I'm so bad.
Happy
Don't
to,
worry,
man.
I'm bad too.
I will.
Right there together.
You can coach me.
It's hard. Cause like I was trying to help like Adam. I was playing golf with Adam the other day, and like I always try to like if I notice something, I want to like try to mention it to somebody. But then like
it depends on
some
I
people
feel
get
like
all,
I feel like with everyone, if you don't have the humility to like recognize you're doing bad and then ask the person who's obviously better than you for advice, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, but
then
why
you're
would
just
you
gonna-
not want advice of somebody who knows?
It depends on
Because
the
that's just how
setting.
people are. They're just like,
And like, I get that's a stupid thing to say. I obviously understand why you wouldn't, but at the same time, it's like it's different if it's like someone I don't know, I'm not that close with. But if it's like me and Adam,
yeah.
why can I not like
No, that is
tell
fair.
him what I think?
I
about
think
his
he was
swing?
just real steamed because there's
Yeah.
like money on the line, but
That was
obviously your
against you.
advice would have helped him.
Well, maybe not, but it's just
Adam's
like we're
also
just kind of
kind of far-
we're just like we're playing golf, talking about golf,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to talk about his golf swing. And he was.
But then
mad.
like I've played with
I
like
hope
my buddy.
Hey Adam, I hope Adam doesn't watch this. I love
He's I don't know. It depends though. Like I've played with like my buddy and then his buddy who I don't know, and then if that guy who I don't know starts trying to tell
Right.
me something, it's like, well, I don't know you enough
you. Right.
for you to tell
That was
me.
exactly.
But if it's
absolutely.
Adam
Yeah.
and you, then he should 100% accept that.
He was like he told me I was patronizing.
But it's also golf is also such a frustrating sport that then when you're so good,
Should we stop?
It is such a frustrating sport.
yeah.
where
So
it's
then
like-
he's just getting frustrated. And Adam, shout out to Adam, is hard-headed as fuck, and so it's just gonna like, it's tough.
But here's another
Adam.
another thing with
I'm gonna
golf.
go to summer camp and see Adam. Are you gonna come?
I'm already going to shaky knee.
Let's do. Let's not go. I'm doing a
I'm not doing
Friday.
Thursday.
We're not doing the Thursday.
I'm not
So
doing
we're just.
Thursday.
So it'll be $400, $150 ticket. We're talking like we're spending
Are
like
you driving
$700.
up?
I was gonna buy a $150 flight.
Flight.
We could. If you want to drive up, I'll drive up with you though.
Dude, I'm like, I have been spending so much money. Like
I spent
Yeah,
$150
me too.
today already.
today, just alone.
Yeah.
That's. I'm going to.
But it sounds like you're
today
gonna
was a
spend it
day
either
for me.
way, so you might as well spend it on this.
I don't know. It's just a matter of if I can get off on Friday too.
That's my thing is you have that Monday off. That's why it's so great.
Oh.
You only have to take Friday off, and then you come back Sunday,
And then you have Monday off.
and then you have Monday off.
Wait, no, Sunday there's a
Sunday's
show.
a show, so you
And
gotta
then
travel
you
Monday.
come back Monday.
Right. And he's going to shows like Thursday, but I think I'm just gonna come up
The
on
thing
Friday.
that is an issue is that like Adam and Beckheimer are doing like all this VIP shit that I would 100% would not have.
But that's the best part is me and you could go together.
And-
Most of the VIP extra stuff is Thursday night. So that's why I'm saying I come up Friday. I'm gonna do the one VIP. They're doing like a double VIP.
What's the VIP offer?
I have no idea. I
It's
have
just
not
like
looked
extra
into it.
shows. And
You get a church.
Extra shows.
You get a church like a very.
there's like a
intimate-
barn.
Yeah,
where
you
they
get
do
a very
shows, like a
intimate, like,
VIP
50
barn, and they
person-
do like late night shows.
You get a
Is
50.
Billy McFarland behind this? Yep.
All right, so let's
Alright,
something.
Tom Waits is so boring we can't even talk. I'm not sold on Tom Waits right now.
I like the
I do
unadulterated position on it though. I don't find this boring. I just find this like I'd want to put this on Saturday night. I've went and had dinner. I've had a couple of cocktails. I'm going back home. I put this on
Yeah.
and
And
It's
you slow
jazz.
dance with your
Yeah.
girl and
No, here's the thing. You were saying you wanted to listen to Miles Davis relax, and I was like, bro, I only like listening to jazz at night. And I guess this is jazz too, which is definitely... Like, jazz is so much better at night when it's dark.
dark and smoky.
Dark and smoky, you're drinking.
Well, we got one of
Drinking whiskey.
It's not dark.
We should be
it's not
drinking
sweet.
whiskey right now.
We can have some whiskey if you guys want.
Nah.
I'll take some whiskey.
You gotta
Jack's
finish
only
that.
had one beer.
You gotta finish that first, and then you can have that one.
Globe whiskey.
Wait, you were at the But wait, you weren't. I don't think. Were you at the Falcons party at my house at when we?
Not the Super Bowl, no.
That was the I don't twist that pole whiskey. Doug bought it again for me as like a joke.
Is it good whiskey or?
Yeah, it's actually
Oh,
good
okay.
whiskey. That was what was funny about it. Is he gave it to me, and then we all just killed the whole thing. It was like a $70 whiskey, like just immediately.
Are you okay? So as far as bourbon, Scotch, whiskey, how do you order those? Like if you have the premium of each, like what do you
What do I prefer?
like? What like yeah?
Again, this it depends. Like
Johnny Walker's my favorite. That's bourbon, right? Bourbon Scotch.
that's Scotch.
Johnny Walker Scotch.
That's Scotch, 100%. I really like
Scotch is just the woody flavor.
very smoky
Wood
woody.
and smoky, yeah.
It's basically where I've seen how it's made. They like take like the peaty barrels and whatever. Oh, I'm not gonna pretend to know. I don't know
Yeah.
how it's made. But
What-
I think it's probably like whiskey, bourbon, or like Thai. I don't know. It depends on the case, man. Like I wish I had a more refined palate where I had more of a.
Right. Yeah.
My thing
But
is
I don't. If it's
my thing is
no,
if I want one glass of the most nice
Scotch.
out of those, I'll do Scotch. If I want a cocktail, I'll do bourbon. And if I want to get drunk, I'll do whiskey.
But whiskey.
What is
Well, I want a
whiskey?
party.
They're all whiskey.
No, bourbon is.
So it's basically how many times it's distilled. So bourbon is distilled once, Scotch is distilled twice, whiskey is distilled 3 times, meaning that more of
Bourbon
the
is just-
impurities. So it's like
That's not true.
okay.
I disagree.
I took a tour at Jameson Distillery.
Whiskey 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
There's no way that's true because bourbon. Bourbon just means it's made. in Kentucky.
Was that the end of the album?
So you don't.
So now do we rate it for the people?
Sure.
I give it a solid thumb and a half.
I give it half a thumb.
1/2 a
Damn, half a thumb?
Reese is not a fan.
Damn.
If it was nighttime, would you have given it a whole thumb?
No, I thought it was boring.
So if we play,
Alright, I know it's not a Vici, but shit.
yeah.
I really
I mean,
enjoyed
I
the album. I
understand-
stand by my statement.
I
that
understand how
album.
it was good.
Do you give it
but
2 thumbs now?
I will say side A is way better than side B.
There was the. Can we listen to the first song again? That song was awesome. There's 2 good songs.
That's surprising that you love that first song so much, because that's my least favorite song off side. Well, actually, Semi Sweet is probably my. Anyway,
Anyway, we're gonna listen to Billy Joel's "The Stranger" next time. That's got nothing
I did all
but
this
bangers.
research on the stranger. I was ready to go.
We're gonna do it. Let's do it like. You saw his that said Fantasyland?
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. That's
It's in
that's
Buckhead.
called Fantasyland. Dude, this song is good.
What is this?
this is Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
It's like Tame Impala light.
This album's fucking great. Oh, what is it?
we gonna do
Rumors. You know, it's a sleeper track off of that is Don't Look Back or whatever. The one with that sweet acoustic guitar. No, it's the one's like doom 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 doom.
Yeah.
She don't buy me when. I think that's something like that.
I don't know.
Don't Look Back or something like that. A little bonus Unknown Mortal Orchestra multi-love for you. For the
This is Multi Love right here.
This is multi-love off multi-love.
Roll the credits during this song.
That would be good. Is we always just stop with like one kind of like newer out there
Completely
song,
different,
completely
yeah.
different.
I will
It's
say,
gonna be
like, I see
good.
the
I feel like we had some good moments today.
Good bits.
Is this bothering you?
I don't
A couple times.
It won't close.
No, it does. I've just been like, I don't know, just touching it.
We store all the board games in there, and all of our we got a shit ton of gift cards still. I don't know about you, but we got a lot of gift cards and we just haven't used them.
Well, ours were like all Amazon gift cards, and Katie used them in like a matter of seconds. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Katie.
She won't watch this.
I'm worried that the neighbor's gonna watch this and be like, oh, that's why I was so loud.
Don't worry, the neighbors aren't gonna watch this.
She asked the name of the podcast.
Yeah, but she'll be looking.
Give him Jack's YouTube channel. Should we start marketing this?
I mean, you could put some Facebook dollars behind it. Ad dollars, Instagram dollars.
So we each get like enough to buy a Big Mac. I wouldn't be mad. Okay, so this band, I hear like.
I think they're from Australia.
So I think
What's
that
the band? What's it called?
Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's the main driving force behind people saying that they sound like Tame Impala, because I really like this band, but I don't think they sound anything like.
No. I don't think they sound like
They're
Tame
both
Impala. It's the
Australian?
same. It's just the same.
Tame
genre.
Impala is Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, I really don't think they sound similar. I think
So-
they just have a similar, like, kind of a arrangement.
Can we listen to
Yeah.
Rocky Raccoon off of the White Album before I go?
You definitely can.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
The wait for this song to end at least though. So anytime you go on Reddit, there's like there's this whole subreddit of like, if I like this, what else would I like? Kind of, I forgot what it's actually
Pandora.
called. It's not, but it's like, so anytime Tame Impala gets posted, people are like, oh dude, Unknown Mortal Orchestra. It's like, okay, they're not, I think that you would like them because like you said, it's the same genre, but they don't sound the same.
No, they're very different, but like.
It's Australian.
I think they have very similar arrangements and production.
Yeah.
Like you hear how the drums were produced, like
Yeah.
how like slappy the snare was, like that's very
the drums
Kevin
are,
Parker.
Yeah. Kevin Parker has said basically, I forgot what interview it was, but he said, I think that the unifying characteristic amongst all Tame Impala fans is that all of them love the drums.
Wait, listen to this song real quick.
Be careful with those now, boy.
Like that's so Tame Impala drumming.
And it's like unconventional drum
Ooh.
too. This song sounds more Tame Impala than Multi Love.
How do I work this?
Okay, pull that up. Here. Now, you see the tone arm? You see this right here? Yeah. You pull that up.